Here we go again. Welcome back to my channel. I've just been doing some overthinking today. A lot of overthinking about my mental health. I'm sorry, I'm trying not to make this so shaky, but I'm just kind of depressed again. And for the past several weeks, you can tell I ate Cheetos. Alright, so for the past several weeks, months, I've been very fluctuating in my moods. Mostly depressed and anxious, and pretty much all of this week, I've been completely numb. Like, I'm not sad, definitely not happy or excited about anything. I rarely get excited these days. Like, it takes something big to get me excited or happy. And that's just depression. I really don't think that depression has to be a sad moment. You know, I think you can be numb and it's still part of the depression or bipolar. And it's a shitty feeling, like, just numb. Like, I feel so hollow inside. I feel lonely. You know, like, the really sad part is I have reached out to people. Like, I've made this completely depressing Snapchat thing, which I rarely do, saying, you know, it feels like no one cares. I wish somebody would reach out because I'm really feeling low. 10 people viewed it so far, and nobody's even asked if I was okay or what's going on. Which is sad. You know, the people that call themselves your friends don't really act like it. And I swear, like, some people who say that they're there for me, it feels like I would have to, like, have a bullet to their head just for them to send a "hey, what's up" text. And I'm just alone. So alone. Like, y'all know with this job, I'm alone a lot of the time because she sleeps a lot, and her and I are both pretty introverted. So unless she's, like, hungry or needs to go to the bathroom or is ready to be entertained, she just likes to read. And I'm alone a lot, and that's just caught up with me. And I keep getting, like, in and out of the suicide thoughts. They've been happening a lot since last year. I had a really very rough breakup with the army guy. And that left me feeling very empty. And I was hating myself. You know, I'm the kind of person that even if you do something wrong, I'll take all the blame. And I absolutely hated myself. I had no confidence, no love for myself. I was disgusted with who I am. And even though that's improved, I'm still stuck on this, what am I living for? I'm in my late 20s, you know, I don't have any kids, no husband or boyfriend or whatever. You know, I'm so strangled by the world's expectations that I feel like I'm not where I'm supposed to be. Or, you know, I didn't even go to, like, a 4-year college or just do any of the regular life stuff. So here I am, all these feelings, feeling like a failure for months. And, you know, a couple times a week for several months, I've been having one of those extreme rough nights, like crying my eyes out so hard. Because I feel like I contribute nothing to the world. And I don't matter, and I really should in my life. I had a very thought out plan for it. And, you know, it was just a matter of when. And then one night I got to thinking, you know, with all this that I want to do, there's all of those quotes about how it hurts other people. So I got to thinking, you know, like I'm working with this woman. I cannot die until she does. When she naturally passes, then I'll have no employment and I don't really have to worry about a place to live because I can not live. And then I looked at my clothes. Okay, I cannot die until I donate all my clothes to Goodwill. I started thinking about student loans. Okay, I cannot die until I get my student loans paid off because I don't want anyone else to worry about those. So I thought of all of these things that would just delay it. Delay the suicide. Because if I were to kill myself, or when I do, I don't want my family to have the pressure of taking care of my bills, or can we afford to bury her or have her cremated. And I already got that plan done. I have to lose like 30, 40 pounds so I can donate my body to science and be cremated. Like, I've researched this stuff of how I can make my death easier for other people, which is very depressing if you're not someone, if you've never had suicidal thoughts, it's so depressing. But I think those of you who have had it, it kind of makes a little sense. But I've just found so many reasons to delay the suicide. And I gave myself a timeline. About 3 years, but my birthday is like close to Christmas. So it would be like January 2021. When if like all of this stuff is done, I've delayed long enough. If I cannot find one reason to live, then I will kill myself in January 2021. I think the delay is proving good so far because it's going to give me enough time to come up with reasons to live. So far, I have no reason to live. I really think I'm just taking up space. Because obviously I'm not contributing much. Even though I try to be a good person, I compliment people, I throw out $1 to dudes on the street with buckets. I just don't see the point of me being here when all I do is hurt and go through these emotions I can't control, and I'm always hiding. I'm afraid to be in public anywhere. Since the McDonald's thing, I was at a McDonald's just studying one day because I'm trying to get smarter in the geriatric field, the dementia field, and I was just studying one day. Then I look up and everyone's like freaking out in the McDonald's. 2 people got stabbed and one of the people were inside, and I did not think at all it would affect me that much, but just the chaos and I was picking up everybody else's emotions, which I always do. Like, when I'm in a public place, I feel everybody's emotion. I think it's called, like, empathic or something. But I pick up on how everyone else is feeling, and if it's varied, then I get overwhelmed. And during the stabbing, you know, I was all adrenaline. And then I was cold because I was stuck outside. My car was part of the crime scene. And I was all adrenaline until I came home. It was nighttime. And I cried so hard, like my chest was hurting. I was so overwhelmed. And then I tried to go to the McDonald's again. you know, conquer the fear. If I'm afraid of something, I'll try to go back to it and conquer it, you know. Even with all this suicidal depression stuff, I do fight. And I fight a lot, and I fight hard. And it's so fucking exhausting. But I do try. And that didn't work out, so I just don't. If I'm like at a Kroger or just some kind of shopping center, I will be in and out so quick. Because I cannot stand being somewhere for more than 10 minutes. I will zoom through Walmart or anywhere. And when I'm in a parking lot, I'm always looking around, like, looking for threats. And if it's really bad, then I'll find, like, you know, like a man to walk with me, or I'll walk behind a couple, or whoever the cart guy is, I'll ask him to walk with me. And that's no way to live. I hate living in fear so much. You know, and that's part of what really makes me want to stop living. Because I feel like I'm not living at all. I work all the time. Not making much money. I don't feel like I'm contributing to the world. You know, I don't really have a lot of time or money to contribute much. I'm probably not making much of a difference in people's lives that I know, so why? I don't know. Maybe I'll find out in 3 years. But hopefully, you know, I think the delays might be worth it. Because my mind, my bipolar mind, my depressed mind, my anxiety, PTSD mind is screaming, end it, end it, end it, like all the time. Anytime I feel a negative emotion, end it. My bipolar mind wants to die so bad. But the rest of me is like, this is a terrible way to feel. You cannot let yourself feel this way. You have to fight. And the fight is struggling. You know, I always get like headaches, and it's just, it takes so much out of you to convince yourself to not hurt yourself, or to not do your whatever self-medication you do. It's hard. So fucking hard. But the more I fight, the more I try to give myself things to look forward to. Like, I have a weekend vacation coming up in a couple weeks, and I am getting the hell out of Memphis. That is my goal. I am excited for that. I'm trying to give myself things to live for while I'm waiting to die, if that makes any sense. I didn't make this video to cry for attention or to sound like, I don't know. This is like the public. This is the internet. This is YouTube. People are going to hate no matter what. Get some thumbs down. Oh, that's so depressing. But when I make these, I try to be raw and vulnerable, because there are people out there that feel like I do. And who hurt like I do, and who just either fight like I do, or they're trying so hard to find this strength that, like, I dig for my strength. I don't even know where it comes from. I just pray a lot and try really hard to be strong. And I hope that'll work out. So, yeah, if y'all want to talk about anything or say something nice, just leave me a comment down below. And I'll try to think of more topics to talk about later. It's kind of hard to talk about my work and everything with it being easy to be like found or sued by people I work with or bosses. But y'all have a great week, and see y'all later.